Alabama gets a 27-19 win over Texas A&M, but Nick Saban saying it was just an ordinary win. Michael Casagrande joining me now from Tuscaloosa to make sense of some of these comments. What is the context of this, and what is the approach for Nick Saban going into this week against Arkansas?
I guess that was the word that kind of stood out to me, the ordinary win. I think it was more referring to this, maybe the lack of sharpness in the second half, the fourth quarter, not really finishing Texas A&M the way they had wanted to, the way just being able to complete the game they had in previous weeks. They haven't really needed the fourth quarter in recent games, so this was a change, and it was kind of a new challenge, and maybe didn't do it completed as Nick Saban had wanted. Just there were turnovers. They broke the turnover streak for one. It just wasn't as sharp. Blocked punt, negative plays. So it's the kind of thing that Nick Saban kind of thrives on. That he doesn't enjoy it, but it gives him an opportunity to teach more and to drive home the lessons with some actual results that weren't as positive.
Okay, when we look at the running back stable, Damien Harris, the obvious go-to guy at running back, but trying to distribute the ball a little bit more this year. What is the difference? What are you seeing in terms of the running game? Why do you think this strategy is different for Coach Saban?
It's kind of similar to the way it was maybe in a sense a year ago, with just having as many guys as they have, and they're all healthy at this point, to keep them, it'll help them keep them healthy by not overburdening one guy too many times, to keep it 10, 11 carries a try for Damien Harris. Bo Scarborough, didn't see Najee Harris or Brian Robinson or Josh Jacobs ready to get carries at Texas A&M, but they had been really giving it to the group, so they. Derrick Henry 2 years ago, the whole knock was that he maybe wore himself out towards the end of the season. But these guys are all fresh. It doesn't seem like anybody's going to have any issues moving forward with just staying fresh legs.
And keeping people fresh, week 7 of the college football season, what do we got on terms of injuries? I know that was somewhat of a concern early in the season, and a couple injuries coming out of this football game. Do you have any updates for us?
I mean, the guys who were hurt, Tony Brown is day-to-day, had a leg injury. It wasn't major. They think they might be able to get Trayvon Diggs back this week from his injury, the Ole Miss game. And Deshaun Hand probably not going to be back this week, but not a huge rush. There were some guys that really stepped into his place pretty well. Isaiah Buggs had probably the best game, easily his best game of his career, with a 10-tackle game. And you saw a little bit of LeBron Ray. His red shirt came off and had a really impressive sack in his first game. So, players get hurt, so other guys are stepping in. But, for what time of the year it is, they're doing pretty well with injuries.
All about that Alabama process. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate your insight. And for all your Alabama Crimson Tide updates, you can visit us on AL.com.